Howdy folks, it's Radio Wrench. I'm your host, Rawhide Foxtrot. And we have Junior Thunder Riders all the way from Mr. Porter's class today. And they are going to be bringing you the news from the second grade here at Barrett Elementary School. But first, we got to meet them. And sitting next to me is Cowgirl
Rover.
And Cowgirl Rover, what's your horse's name?
Butterscotch.
All right. And sitting next to her is Cowboy
Lightning.
And Cowboy Lightning, what is your horse's name?
Thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm, all right. And we are going to hit it off with our first story from Cowboy Lightning.
During math, our class learned how to add up to 200. Hannah likes to guess the number game we played to make a dime game. We also played a cool game finding the multiples of 100.
All right, and Cowgirl Rover, you have our next story.
During content, we learned about Powhatan Native Americans from the Eastern Woodlands. We learned about their jobs, food, transportation, and homes. We also learned about the Lokota and Pueblo Native Americans.
All right, so what kind of homes would an Eastern Woodland Indian or Native American live in?
Well, like a longhouse.
A longhouse? All right. Okay, Cowboy Lightning, you have our next story.
In this, we are learning about habitats and adaptations first. Some adaptations are hibernate, straight, migrate, and camouflage. With Mrs. Green, we put marbles and noodles and tested Newton laws of motion.
And how did those marbles and noodles taste?
We didn't really put them in real noodles. We put them in swimming noodles.
Oh, swimming noodles. Those swimming noodles will get me every time. I keep on thinking you're talking about spaghetti. So, how did the noodles and the marbles show you laws of motion?
Well, if, like, we put it like we pushed the marble to another marble, and so it absorbed the laws of motion.
Oh, it absorbed some of the energy?
Not really.
Okay. All right. With that, we are going to take a break. We have some stories for you around the campfire, and we will be right back after this break.
Howdy folks, after a long day of roping and riding here on the ranch, me, Rocket, Rawhide, and the Junior Thunder Riders like to go have a seat around the campfire to sing songs, recite poems, swap stories, spin yarns, tell jokes and riddles, and discuss the unusual weather patterns that come to visit us here on the ranch. So stay tuned, because I feel like it's cloudy with a chance of peas tonight.
How I'm Cowboy Bot, and I have a story for you. Should I start reading? I went to my cousin's. We had a picnic. It was fun. We played on the driveway with scooters and bikes. We went in the woods. There were thorns. It was like booby traps. When I went home, I had an epic Nerf battle. Hello, I'm Cowgirl and I'm going to read you my story. It's called Master Slash. One day, Tenley and Jason were exploring space, but this space was no other space. It didn't need suits. All that planet needed was spaceships and exploring. That's my life. Hey, Tenley. Just Jason. Look. Cool, Jason. Look what you found. You found a new planet. Hello, can we go on your favorite state, Chicago? Well, sure. Hump, hump. By the way, we are magic. We can change. Crack? No. To be continued. This place has a crack.
All right, it looks like we've got some technical difficulty. I think that maybe those evil scientists are playing havoc with our equipment, but we'll bring those stories back next week so that everybody gets to hear those great stories. But we have some more news from the 2nd grade for us right now, and our next story is Cowgirl Rover.
In reading, we read Click Clack Moo, Cows That Type, and learned about different ways to retell a story. When you retell, readers need to remember the character, setting, problem, events, and solution to the problem.
Fantastic. I haven't seen any of the cows here on Radio Ranch being able to type, though. They just sort of paw at the dirt. Okay. All right, and our next story is Cowboy Lightning.
Who tries us climbing the rope and swinging a lot more? We have a lot of free time to try out different games and different things. Quanah said that our class leaves the gym so sweaty that people think we are coming from extra recess.
Wow. And do you ever have to get a paper towel to wipe off that sweat?
No.
Of course, that's why we have our bandanas here, because the lights here in the studio can get kind of hot sometimes, and we may need to wipe some sweat off from some junior Thunder Riders who aren't used to these lights. All right. Cowgirl Rover, our next story, please.
In writing, we learned about ways to organize our ideas. Miss McGonagall taught us how to use webs to have a main idea and to connect details to it. We also are writing about what we like and dislike. We like a lot of students do not like homework on summer vacation.
All right. And Cowboy Lightning, can you list something that you do like?
Well, I like Legos.
Legos. I bet a lot of people like Legos, except when you step on them in your bare feet.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Yeah.
It hurts a lot. Yes, it does. All right. But now it's our time to head on over to the chat room. And if you have any questions for our Junior Thunder Riders, we will take them right here. Looks like we have a question about where is the farm or the ranch that's in the intro. That's Radio Ranch that you're looking at. That's a real place. So any other questions for our chat room?
Yes. What is your favorite baseball team?
Oh, what baseball team do you really like? Cowgirl Rover.
I don't really know.
Don't really know. Okay, how about Cowboy Lightning?
Nationals.
The Washington Nationals. I think that I would say the Washington Nationals as well.
What else do you guys do in math?
Ooh.
Well,
to add up to 200? And some other stuff.
Using tens and hundreds.
Okay. All right. Any other questions for our Junior Thunder Riders?
That is it.
Okay, and that is it for this edition of Radio Ranch. We will be back for one more show before the winter break next week, and we will see you then with 2 new Junior Thunder Riders.